It's the producer. It's the producer.
What's going on, YouTubers? What's going on, Gunners? Hope you enjoyed the last vlog, the visit to Facebook and Instagram. It was an amazing experience. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I tried my best with the editing that I can do. So today is a crucial day. We're going to try to start up Maddie's car. So I'm on to the last part to where I'm building the charge harness. So I wanted to give you some gems on getting rid of this big dookie harness right here and just making your own. So yeah, enjoy the vlog, man. Alright, so first step we have is just separating the charge harness from the actual plugs that go to the alternator, the knock sensor, and then the other side of the actual engine harness, because it's two pieces. It's the engine harness, and then it comes with a charge harness that these two guys get clipped into. Right? So this is the starter signal. This is what basically when you turn the key tells the starter to turn on. You're going to just separate it, clean it up as best as you could. I didn't do anything fancy with loom or anything like that. I'm just using black 3M tape. So this is one side. This is the other side. We're not using a knock sensor. We disable it all the time. And plus, if you own a K-series, you know how hard it is to take this sensor off without this plug off without breaking it. So we're not using this guy right here. We're just using the alternator, and this is the plug for the alternator. So what I did was I ran to AutoZone and I just picked up some 4-gauge wire. I put 2 loops on the back of it. Now one side is going to go to alternator to the left-hand side of the fuse panel. I'll show you guys in a few and make it super simple. And then the other side goes to starter that goes with the battery onto the fuse box up top. So what I did was I basically just put 2 hoops on each end. I'm going to mark this end to know. Yeah, I'm going to mark this end to know because I'm going to tape these wires together and send them up by in front of the engine to the fuse box. I'm just going to mark this so when we're both up there with these guys, I know which one is alternator and I know which one is battery. So I'll just use a black marker, simple mark. There it is. There's a focus. There it is. I just marked it. Just so I know up there. So now I know that alternator gets its own source on the fuse box. And battery and starter go together. So I'm just going to take these 2 guys. I'm going to tape them together nice and neat. And then I'll show you guys how to install it. So right now I'm just taping this harness together. Remember, it's going to split at the end to alternator and starter. And then up here, these guys can stay pretty much even. So I'm not doing nothing crazy. I just went up one time and I'm coming down one time with tape. I could have gotten some loom and stuff like that, but I think that this is going to look decent. Doesn't have to look crazy, you know? Just has to be right and done safely. That's it. Enjoy. Always use 3M also, man. That tape is just much better. It may be a few dollars extra, but it's really good tape. This roll of tape right here was $8, but I trust it, and it's gonna work great. So I'm gonna stop right there and pull on that guy. Harness is done. This is your charge harness now. Nice and neat, nice and clean. It's gonna look, you know, sleek. It's gonna look like you took your time on it, and it was just, you know, 4 connectors and tape and some maybe 10 minutes of work. But let's put it on the car now. So I say the first thing we do before bringing in the 2 harnesses right here is just run this wire up. So the way that I want to do it is I want to actually send this side up through here so you can go under the intake manifold through the motor mount, and I'll show you guys when I'm done which route I took. So you go this side up here first and then worry about this end where you have to tighten up the 12mm and a 10mm on starter and alternator. So I'm just coming up through here nice and neat. I'm taking my time. I'm not trying to get anything pulled out of the way. I'm not trying to cut any wire. And you just take your time. Right here through the motor mount section. I'll send this guy up. Push it forward. The tape is holding up nice and neat. And then you'll know when that's it, like you've done enough. So I'll put this past the battery. And that's it. So now I'll bolt up the alternator. I'll bolt up the starter, and then I'll show you guys what to do up there on the fuse panel. It is a confusing topic, so I'm gonna make it super easy. Enjoy the vlog, man. So yeah, now I'm taking the other side of the harness and I'm going to plug it in. Remember, we're not using the knock sensor because it's actually broken. Let me zoom in there for you. But you can disable it from the K-Pro. So very easy. I'm going to plug in my alternator first. Right? So you see the way that I ran the alternator wire? I just ran it behind there nice and neat. I have my starter wire there. I'm just going to plug this guy in first. This has to be facing up. Bear with me. So, plug that in. Okay. I have my starter signal in, which is right there. I'm just going to plug it to the other side of the harness here, which is these two wires. This is not going to be easy with one hand, so bear with me. So that's in. And now we got this guy. And obviously, you know, I'll clean all this up. I'll zip tie stuff away from everything. But this is just so we could see if we can actually turn the car on today. If everything is done correctly, this car should fire up with no hiccups. So now I'll move over to the fuse box side where everyone's always confused, but we'll make it super easy. Keep gunning. Keep it gunning! Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. So I found a regular simple power wire here. That's basically going to go with this guy right here. And that's it. So I'll button this up off camera because I can't hold everything. And that's it. So remember, alternator goes by itself closest to the passenger seat. The battery is the first one with the starter. Alternator by itself, battery with the starter. Alright guys, please don't judge me on this red wire. I just don't feel like making one right now. I just want to see if all this hard work that I've done is done correctly, right? So we have our alternator here. We have our alternator, if you're looking at it from the passenger side fender to your left hand side, closest to the passenger seat. And then we have our starter, which is under the battery wire. It goes with the battery. So there it is. So if now I've got oil, I don't have any coolant in it. I still have to make some lines for the heater core, but for now I've got gas. I'm going to check for leaks first. I'm going to prime it, and I'm going to make sure that I'm ready to turn this car on. Alright. So now the car should have power. There it is. Okay. Now what I want to do is, before turning this car on, I want to make sure I got no leaks. So all I'm doing is putting the key forward. And I'll hear the fuel. If I'm right, I should hear the fuel pump, and I should hear fuel going forward. I hear the fuel pump. I hear fuel going forward. I'll come over here, check for leaks. I don't know what made me. I got no leaks so far. I'm happy. Anything down there? Let me get my light. Money. I've got no leaks down there. I got no leaks at no fittings. and I wanted to change this because it's harder to see where the fuel pressure is. I just ended up putting it here, and then I blocked it off on the regulator. So I have fuel pressure, just under 30 pounds. Let's see if it turns on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so all this hard work comes down to this moment right here. So I have no fuel leaks. I've got my ECU plugged in. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this fires up. So I hear fuel pump. Sounds great back there. Clutch down. Let's see what happens. Oh, that fired right up, baby. Maddie! What's up, Maddie? I won't keep it on too long because I got no coolant in it. But it's alive. There it is. Baby, hard work, man. Every day working, using my hands. I did it in front of you. Don't say you can't do it. I did it right here. You drove in with a single cam. We are fired up. We are fired up, baby. And it sounds quiet. It sounds healthy as hell. No valve tap. This one's for you, brother. God rest your soul, man. This one's for you, bro. Wow, man. How awesome was that? Car's on. I got some coolant stuff to take care of. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to run these shifter cables to, but the car's on. The car is on, man. All this hard work is paying off, man. We did it pretty quick. Like I said, man, believe in yourself, man. Do what you want to do. Put your mind to it and do it. I was never a firm believer in that. I got to watch my mouth. I'm sorry. I was never a firm believer in, put your mind to something and go do it. I was just like, man, life is life, man. You're stuck. No, bro, it works. Right here. We did it. In front of everyone. In front of the world. What a gratifying moment, man. I can't wait to show Matt. He's going to be so surprised. He's going to be so happy. Oh, man, I'm so happy for him, man. This car is going to be so fun. Jamie will tune it. Oh. We did it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, keep gunning. Life is great.